welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see, the Texas Longhorns taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Huskies offense will start this game off. And not only is this guy the energy and the engine of the offense, there's a certain charisma that he has that sort of elevates everyone around him.
He's got a moxie about him, Reese. Just seems like when he's in the huddle, he's got 10 other sets of eyeballs looking at him and believing in him to lead this offense down the field towards scoring points. This guy is a leader in every sense of the word.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. Finds his man down the middle.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. On the move at the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Not even 2 minutes in, and they're already in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They're going to ride this running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. He caught it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they will score! Touchdown, Huskies!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be brought down. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have its first possession of the game. And There's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They're like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
He leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Dances away from the heat. At the 20, he's got space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. On the move, he fires. He's got an open man. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And still a few inches short of the sticks as they come to the line for 2nd down. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Complete. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Here comes the Texas offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive, 1st and 10 from the 50. The inside handoff. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to move it through the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they can also blitz. This guy can do it all.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Right, he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? They'll try to power their way ahead. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've started a pretty good drive. This will be the 7th play, but they need to convert 3rd and 5. They're setting up the screen, and they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts, and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll ride Davis here.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. He's got his man. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. And the Longhorns are on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. It's on target and complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. And he's got it. inside the 35. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Quarterback checking the play. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Steps away. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the middle. Got his man. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
Washington ready to kick off to start this 2nd half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the 2nd half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the 2nd half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Pulls and fires complete. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun to give to the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And this is the type of defense that have made the Huskies a factory for pro players.
Yeah, and Reese, when I think about Washington football, I think about defense. I think about right place, right time, great thought process, just physical, make you earn everything they get every single year.
He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Texas! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Now on the option. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. A 1st down for the offense. They'll try the right side. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. The back goes in motion. On fourth down, going to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you've got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start to fit more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On second down, he'll fire. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Washington right back to the line. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here. Nothing but green grass down the middle. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown Longhorns. And that one will give them the lead.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These guys just took a punch. Now we'll see if they can deliver one, Jesse.
Yeah, it's turning into a bit of a dogfight here in the second half all of a sudden. So let's see what this offense has. Let's see.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Wisconsin has just had no answers today, and I'm not sure you could put J.J. Watt back out there inside Camp Randall and expect a different outcome. They're trailing by 25 to USC. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This play will be a big indication of whether this drive goes anywhere on 2nd and long from the 11. The give to Davis. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. They'll throw it on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Got room on the return. Giving him his pads. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. All the way out to the 38-yard line, it's a gain of 15. The Longhorns want to move quickly. Right back to the well. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Offense lining up quickly. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And the Longhorns are on the move. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. A soaring high punt with serious hang time. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than trying to beat the D deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They want to just keep throwing it. Dances away to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas! So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Obvious thinking here. Get the 2-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked. They were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man on the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that 3rd down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up for it.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Rides to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matter.